Hey guys, and welcome to Jenkins 31, and I'm finally back with more gameplay. MLB The Show 17, Road to the Show. It's going to be a closing pitcher. I haven't done this in so long. I'm ready to get back into it. Let's get this thing started. So I don't know what I was waiting for when I did this. That it took me so long to select all this stuff. You guys can see it's going to be a closing pitcher. I checked to see if I could be a switch pitcher like Pat Venditti. Obviously I can't. I don't know why they haven't put that in yet, but they need to get moving on this. So we're gonna have a 4-seam fastball, a 12-6, and a slider to start off. I do eventually equip more pitches. I know I equipped one in this episode. I think I might equip the other pitch in the next episode. I apologize for the initial episode being so long. This has everything up until the draft. So you'll see that I'm just editing my velocity, my stamina, all that good stuff. Or not my stamina, my velocity, my control, and my break point. This guy's going to be me. You know, a lot of people do like different names, like take Brooklyn Bridges, for example, QJB. I'm not sure if his name is actually Brooklyn Bridges. I think very well could be. TD Barrett, he does his actual name Brett Barrett. So, but then you look at like RGB, he did Tim Tebow. There you go. So just getting all these qualifications and stuff all set. You'll see that I'm in the East. I'm going with my number 31. Right-handed for everything, and I am from New York. Next up, we're going to do some height, some weight, some skin, all that good stuff. I do not give my character my actual hair because my actual hair is not in the game. And the hair I gave my character, I happen to like better. I'm not gonna lie, I probably should have sped this up a little bit, but oh well. So, he's doing some facial features, if I could speak. I literally haven't done a video in almost 2 months. Like, it's pretty sad. So you'll see I get myself a little side swoop there. I thought about the wild thing where it's kind of like triangles and stuff in the back. It's kind of messed up. I thought about the afro, but I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe my next guy. So I end up going with the side swoop. Fix the color. I end up fixing that a few times because it wasn't quite right the first time, but we got it right eventually. First video back is a 20-minute video. What was I thinking? Get myself the sideburns, get some facial hair going. That part actually looks somewhat similar to me. Mine's not fully grown in yet, for the most part, but it's somewhat similar. But so a big part of the reason why I haven't been online doing videos lately is because not long after I did the This Week in Baseball podcast episode 1, I ended up having to work a lot because we had a big tournament at work. And then not long after that big tournament, I turned 18, and the day before I turned 18, I got sick with the flu. So if you guys hear me coughing at all, that's why I'm a little still hoarse kind of, because I still have that goddamn cough. That I slept with my window wide open last night, so my throat's pretty goddamn scratchy. So you'll see I'm going through the batting stances, the pitching stances. I thought about going with Jose Fernandez, you know, rest in peace, but he wasn't available. So why not go with Thor, and let's go with Noah Syndergaard. So we're doing some glove customization now. I thought about putting my actual glove that I had gotten from GloveWorks. You know, shout out to them. But I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I do that for every road to the show. Let's do something different. So I go with what looks to be black and maroon, but it's actually black and red. The red definitely isn't nearly as vibrant as it should be. But oh well. So, and I want to thank you guys for sticking around with me, even though I basically took a month break because I was practically dying. The sub count actually has increased in that month, which is very surprising because usually that doesn't happen if there's a lot of inactivity on a channel. So I want to thank each and every one of you for that while I get these last few adjustments here going. We just gotta do the cleats, and then we are all set and ready to go. So now I actually do have the game up while I'm recording this, and I'm looking at my cleats in the locker room as opposed to my cleats on the field after I'm drafted. When I actually pitch for the team I get drafted to, I almost said it. And like when I'm on the field pitching for my AA team, and they're not the same, and I don't know why.
Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout, these players know it is anything.
So I hope you guys can hear this. For those of you who don't know, MLB The Show 17 has done a new Road to the Show type thing this year where they're going kind of like a documentary, kind of like what Spike Lee did with 2K15, I believe. Or no, was it 2K16? I think it was 2K16. But it's not where like, oh, the player's going to say something and you're going to hear what the player's saying from the player's mouth. Or, the coach is saying something, vice versa. It's not going to work like that. How it is you'll hear like an actual narrator saying what's happening. He's not saying word for word what the speech is on the side, or the dialogue is on the side of the screen, but he's basically saying, a pitching coach talks to his star player on his recent strikeout streak or whatever. Something like that. So we're doing some, I know, that just got kind of loud. We're doing some drills and stuff right now with pitching. I thought I was going to do a fielder again, but I haven't done a pitcher, if at all, since like MLB 2K13 on my old channel. So I'm like, you know what? Well, let's do a pitcher this year. So my plans for the upcoming weeks, so to speak, is I am going to be continuing my This Week in Baseball. Basically recapping the standings, recapping any notable injuries, any notable achievements, the whole 9 yards. So that'll start up. I'm going to try and get the next episode of that out Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday. With episode 3 coming out Sunday, and it will be on Sundays or Monday morning, depending on how long it takes to upload. This series, and I'm actually going to do a series this time, I promise. I made a separate Road to the Show so I can play Road to the Show when I don't feel like recording. So, but this Road to the Show will be a series. This will be coming out at least once a day, if not twice. No set time for the most part. So we'll just play that by ear. It is Monday night as I'm recording this. So I'm hoping this will be out either later tonight or within the next, 12 hours or so. My internet isn't the greatest, I'm not going to lie. Talking with some scouts right now. I do like what the show in San Diego studios has done with the game this year, as far as just the whole aspect of it, the documentary type thing in Road to the Show. They have retro mode now. They've done so much, and it's honestly amazing to see that a game can change so much within a year. So Scout Day is done. We got we're gonna have a talk with our advisor here in a moment, and we will start up the Bowman showcase games. And then after the showcase games, the video will end, and the next video will pick up in the draft. That video is only about 3.5 minutes or so long as we reach the half point here, and I thank you for those of you who have stuck with me so far. And let's keep this thing going. And you see, we were talking to our advisor, basically saying, you know, along the lines of, you got a good start, don't, he's talking about the whole social media, all the drama stuff that can happen, and we're like, should I pay attention to it? What should I do?
Modern media offers an unprecedented glut of feedback opportunity. But wisdom would suggest a young athlete focus on what is ahead, what is in his control.
Nope, my mic almost fell. So I apologize in advance for not speeding this at least the creation part up, because that would have taken about 5 or so minutes off of this video. Now you guys can see down in the bottom left hand corner I have roughly 72,000 stubs. I've played this game hardcore since it came out back on the 28th. Like, this, I used to play nothing but GTA, and I've been playing this like pretty much non-stop. So I did buy some subs, I'm not gonna lie. I think I bought like 40,000. But still, I mean, in about a week, actually. Yeah, about a week, if it's even been that long. Getting 30,000 stubs. I know it makes it seem like I have no life, but, what can I say? I'm an MLB gamer at heart. So we're getting into our first game here. It is the East against the West. And it says I'm the closer, but yeah, I come in the 4th inning. I'm not really sure how that makes sense, but what are you going to do? So.
What's the word on him? Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft, you can go in and out, and anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for
first pitch is actually a ball. Change up, try to get him to go chasing at it, but we come right back at him with a fastball right down the left field line, or third base line, whatever you want to call it. He's going into second for a double, and they actually get him, so he is credited with a single, but thrown out, advancing to second. So we got 1 away in the 4th inning. Next up, I'm going to call this guy Lil Papi, because he has the same name as Big Papi David Ortiz, except he's right-handed, and he looks about as tall as Ronald Torreyes, shortstop in the New York Yankees. So I'm going to call him Lil Papi instead of Big Papi. So we start Lil Papi off with 0-2. Can we get him swinging? Damn right we can. So Lil Papi goes down on strikes. And you'll see Lil Papi come up again here real soon in the next episode, I believe.
Sit your backside down. Scouts just love a guy that's willing to go right after a hitter.
So I may only have a fastball, 12-6 slider and changeup, but each pitch is nasty in their own way. So
into the box, Walker Uribe.
Starting off the 3rd and final hitter with, I believe that was a 4-seam practically right down the middle.
0 for 1 thus far. Here's the 0-1. Slow grounder
Right to the first baseman for 3 outs.
Charging in on it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs.
Now let's see what happens. Will I come up in the 5th inning, or will that be it?
Number 4 we go. The East Stars lead it.
I'm the closer, so I would think I would come up for one more inning. And they took me out after the 4th inning, after a 1-2-3 4th inning. Okay, that makes sense. Not.
So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire.
So yeah, I kind of sat here for a minute, just like looking at it over at some of the stats and whatnot. And eventually, I will go down to the return to clubhouse option. There we go. Now we got it.
the draft nears and teams begin to identify prospects they may target, a game of dreams also becomes a game of dollars.
Now you see I'm on the phone with my agent here. Sorry, I wasn't talking for a second.
A ball player must keep the
Talking about, or I say agent, advisor, whatever. He's talking about all things considered. And he's basically saying, you know, do you want to go into the next game or do you want to just stop here? I'm saying, nope, let's go into the next game. Let's get this draft stock as high as we can get it.
Eduardo Zavala, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So
Start him off with an 0-1. We got the East versus the Central in this game.
Swing and a miss on the slider. He's quickly behind 0-2.
Got that devastating 12-6 curveball. Now, if Noah Syndergaard were to actually learn a 12-6 curve, look at that. That was just nasty. But he can't hold on to it, and the runner or the batter actually advances to first base. So 4-out inning, technically. So what I was saying was, if Noah Syndergaard, because I'm using his rotation, wow, I'm using his pitching stance. If he were to actually learn a 12-6 curveball, I think he would have a more devastating curveball than Clayton Kershaw.
A runner at first with no outs here. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
I really like that pitch right there. The batter will tell you everything.
I thought I was going to get him chasing at that one.
That means that's a great location.
So as my throat is definitely not 100% yet.
That pitch he just missed on. That's a sweeping slider. You got 2 strikes on you. That ball just continues to move, and he laid off.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will get this one.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
It's foul after foul after foul. I believe it's a 2-2 count. No, it's a 3-2. Almost swung at that. If I'd gotten him swinging at that, that would have just been complete devastation. And that's a double play ball. 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs. Technically 3 outs because of that strikeout.
Pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play. Maurice Wetzel will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Strike one.
There for strike 1.
And the pitch from Jenkins is another strike up and in on the hands. Kinda. Where the hands would be if his hands were down more. And that's a foul ball on the 12-6.
Obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And can we get him for strike 3 right here? And we can't.
And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Right, here we go, right here, right now. And another foul ball.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball.
Ready here, right now, and sit down. Ooh, boss the ball.
Close, but it's
Jenkins like, okay, enough of this guy. I'm done. You're out right now. And that is that. He gets his first save and only save of the Bowman Prospect Showcase. And in 2 games, Jenkins did not allow a hit. That's a lie. Yes, he did. It was the first batter he faced. He allowed a single there. He tried to stretch it into a double and failed. So he allowed 1 hit. He's looking pretty good. I'm thinking mid to late first round. That's what I was thinking actually before I had actually gotten to the draft, obviously. So anyway, that's going to be it for me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Especially if you guys want episode 2 of this series, where it'll be the draft. Where will we get drafted? Who needs a closing pitcher? All these things will be answered and more in the next episode of this Zach Jenkins MLB 17 The Show, Road to the Show series. That is going to be it for me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I am back, and I am back long term, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace, I'm out.